Hey guys, thank you so much for joining the Made for Your Business YouTube channel. I'm so excited you're here. This is going to be a place to get all your tips and tricks on how to start your business or to get your current business reorganized and realigned to where you want it to be. So let's get started. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Today we're going to be going over one of the top 3 things that I suggest doing for all small businesses when they start. These things are not huge and they don't take a lot of time or effort, but they are so important when you're starting out. I think you'll be surprised as what the tips are, but just stay with me. So the very first one I want to talk about is your email address. So as soon as you have all these ideas of your business, you know what the name is, I want you to go and sign up for an email address. Now, this piece is so important because everything else you sign up for along the way in your business is going to go to this email address. So you want to make sure that you have that in place to make sure that all the software you set up for, all the payment you're going to be receiving, all the banking information is going to this email address. So that would be my number 1 suggestion. Now, here's the part where it gets a little tricky. So if you're wanting to go all in this business, I want you to go and purchase an email address that has your business name as the second part. So info@yourbusinessname.com or CA. This just makes it look a lot more professional when you're sending invoices or having people contact you. You can definitely go the other route and have your business@gmail.com. But just remember when you're setting this up, it's hard to go back. So once you start signing up for all these programs and software, you're not going to want to change your email when you get there. So this is a really good determining step to know if this is something you want to go into. Your email address is not that expensive, so it's kind of like putting a little bit of skin in the game. So that would be my number 1 suggestion, is getting your email address, making it look professional, and then you're ready to go. Number 2. So the second thing I want you to do is go and set up your business bank accounts. So not depending on if you're a sole proprietor or incorporated, it doesn't matter. You need to separate these things because when you get into your bookkeeping and tracking your payments, it's going to make it so much easier, and you just can't avoid. You don't want to be picking through all your personal things and your business things. This is going to save you so much time, and it's not hard to do. You can just go to your bank account right now. You can select a new checking account and then have it started. So these are the 3 accounts that I would suggest that you set up today. So you want to set up your checking account, a savings account, and a credit card. So the reason for the 3 accounts is your checking account is going to be everything incoming and outgoing. So all your payments are going to come into this account, all your expenses, things you're paying for are going to come out of the checking account. So this is going to be the account where you have the monthly fees, but it's all getting tracked and everything's coming in and out. Your savings account is for any taxes that you're going to be saving along the way, because money coming in is great, but we do need to pay those taxes. And then once you get up over the $30,000 threshold, you need to be charging GST to your clients. So you want a place to save that money, so it's not just sitting in your account and it feels like it's kind of free money or it's something you can use to purchase on the business. You want to be saving those amounts right off the bat. So this is typically what you want to save. So for business taxes, it's generally 15%. Depending on where you live, you'll want to double check these amounts that I'm giving you, but generally it's 15%. And then once you're starting to collect GST or HST, it can be 5 to 13%, depending on where you live again. So you want to make sure that you're saving these amounts. And then if you want to give yourself a little leg room or maybe a top up for the end of the year, put another 5% on there, just so you know that you have enough at the end of the year and you're not struggling to find that to pay at the end of the year. And who knows, maybe you'll get a little bonus. So there's no harm in saving extra, but make sure you're saving something. Those amounts are great guidelines. Again, make sure, depending on what province or what state you're in, that you're saving the correct amount, so there's no surprises at the end of the year. So that's number 2. So my number 3 suggestion is get your Google Drive set up and started right off the bat. This is going to be your holy grail for all of your things at the beginning. You don't need all these fancy software programs. You don't need to sign up for all these things. Google Drive has everything you need to get started. You have your Google Docs, your spreadsheets, you have forms that you can create for customers to fill out that is super easy to use. There's PowerPoint presentations, there's all the things in your Google Drive. So the one thing I would recommend is really starting off on the right foot. So for me, I have a few different folders that I started right at the beginning. So I have a folder for my clients, and then in that folder, I have all the things I need. All my separate clients have different folders. So I know I can go in there and all the stuff for that client is in that one specific place. And I can also share that folder with my clients. So if there's something that I'm doing and sharing with them, then it's all in that spot, and then they can go and look as well. The second one I would recommend is one for your business. And in your business one, you can have all your different things. So you can have one for bookkeeping, you can have one for statements, you can have one for training, any training that you're doing, any templates that you're creating for your business, just all the things, but just make it so it's super easy to use and everything has a folder. It's just gonna get you started off on the right foot, and it's gonna help you grow into your business. And then once you start looking into those systems and automations, you're going to be able to use the things you already have and put them in those automations. So you already have the backbone of the business. And when you're starting out, you don't want to spend all the money on the system. So this is going to give you a really good starting point to get you to where you want to be. So those are my top 3 business starters. And again, if you're already in your business, you're already in the thick of it, these 3 things can still be beneficial to you if you're not doing them. So it's always about organization, what's going to get you set up for success. So thank you so much for joining. If you liked it, subscribe down here, and I'll be back again next week to give you some more tips and tricks. Thanks, guys.